Podcast Network. This is the Lifestyle Live Podcast.
Faces you know and a team you can trust. Stories that form your heart. Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
Legendary. It is just one word to describe the progressive rock band Kansas. On this Lifestyle Live podcast episode, I give you the no-edit, extended version of my interview with the original lead guitarist, Richard Williams, as the band celebrates 50 years of history with their Another Fork in the Road tour. We chat about my dad's love for the band and how big of an influence Kansas was on him growing up, not to mention so many other young fans. So how has their music transcended generations? What does Richard say about my dad coming to one of his shows? Well, we get to it all. This is the Lifestyle Live podcast on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
Well, they are one of America's most iconic classic rock bands. And how cool is this? They're getting ready to travel the country for their 50th anniversary tour. I am so excited today. I think my dad's a little bit jealous, but I get to chat with the original lead guitarist of Kansas, Richard Williams. Sir, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. This is exciting.
Oh, thank you very much. It's good to talk with you.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, a career spanning 5 decades, now going on tour. How cool is this? What does this feel like for you and the rest of the team, but especially for you? This has to be the best job in the world.
It always has been. This is, I've avoided real life my whole life. Growing up in Topeka, Kansas in the 50s, I was Beaver Cleaver. It was just wholesome. You know, there was not a worry in the world. My parents were fantastic. Then the Beatles hit Ed Sullivan. Topeka, Kansas was lit on fire by the whole British invasion. And it was a very musical area anyway, that you had a lot of your roving soul bands that had school buses, and they played all over the Midwest.
Oh, yeah.
Matching suits and everybody dancing in steps. And so from an early age, I was curious about what that was all about. But then with the British invasion, suddenly everybody I knew wanted to be a musician of sorts. Mm-hmm. And so there's a garage band on every block.
Oh, for sure.
And the songs were pretty simple. You just need to take a few lessons, learn a few chords, and now you're playing with your friends.
But how crazy is this? Did you ever think when you were a kid in your childhood back in the day that what you're doing now would become what it is, and you're still doing it?
Of course not. That was never a plan, but I'm always kind of a dreamer. And it's not like I'm stupid, but I wasn't really a good student. I was just, staring out the window. Something was on my horizon, and it sure wasn't schoolwork or a job. When I was, in college, I hated it. But, I'd go a semester, then I'd fail a semester because I joined a band.
Yeah.
And then the band would break up. I'd go a semester, then the second semester, I'd join another band. So that was sort of my college failure. But playing with friends, that was what was exciting to me, was getting together with a bunch of friends and making music.
Absolutely.
Of course, being young and dumb, I didn't have a plan B. I didn't care about the plan B. As school counselors, as parents are asking, when are you going to be done with this nonsense? Start thinking about,
a real job, right?
A real job, being an adult and stuff. And that was just annoying noise. And I just kept taking the next step. Eventually, most of the people in our peer group in Topeka had heeded the call of the real job. And maybe a few of the musicians thought, okay, I'm going to still be a musician, but I want that gig down at the Holiday Inn where I can leave my equipment there in the corner, so we don't have to set it up, and we play there every weekend. We'd done that by then. A lot of us. Phil Ehart was a drummer in my first band. So we've been playing together since juniors in high school.
Wow.
What drew us, I think the original 6 together was, okay, we played bars, we played the school dances, we'd done all that ad nauseum. Now we went to start writing our own material, but we really didn't want to copy what was on the radio. We were very inspired by the progressive stuff that was coming out of, Europe and the British Isles and all that. And that's what was calling us. And we loved that approach. It also wasn't making a lot of money for anybody, but we weren't in it for money. Again, we were young and dumb. We wanted to do it our way.
Yeah.
So that was what we started doing, was writing material. And we fell into a record deal with all people, John Kirshner, the guy who brought us the Monkees, and
oh yeah,
how he thought he could turn us into a successful act is a mystery to me.
Well, it's amazing to me. When I text my dad that I was going to talk to you today, he was telling me the impact that you had on his life when he was in high school back. It was 1976 through 1979. He said he would come home from school, he would put the album on, and he would play his drums to your music, which I thought was really cool because, I grew up and he would, play the drums, and he still has the drum set. But he was wanting to know, what was it about that time period that so much great music was written and it is still popular today, even through several generations?
Something happened. There was suddenly, again, this progressive idea of you don't have to play the same 3-4 chords. The songs don't have to be 2 minutes and 38 seconds long. You don't have to sing about girls and cars. You don't have to play in the same time signatures. Suddenly, music was stepping outside of the box and creating a new box.
Sure.
And that was what that really interested us. It started showing us that we don't have to do this. We can be ourselves and be anything we want. If you have a little bit of, your parents might have been jazz people, so your ears are tuned to a bit of that. Classical music was maybe the radio station you were listening to here in the Hits at night might play classical, a little bit of country and western, Motown. All of those things were on the radio growing up in Topeka. So we really got it was just music to us.
Just music.
But then there was the top 40 also, which was dictating what the local bands were playing. Once we threw the box away and just started following what we were interested in, and not that we were breaking new ground, because the progressive movement was doing that. It changed everything. We will do what we want to do, and it was Kansas music. This is what we wanted.
And I think that's what part of what has made you so successful over the years. It's interesting too, because my dad also mentioned, fans always want to hear the top hits. He was curious, how do you stay motivated to continue to play on the road as you do and avoid maybe burnout on some of the favorites? Because you do hear them over and over again, but of course they're yours. What is that like?
Probably 25 years ago, point of no return. I was just sick and tired of playing it. I was rolling.
Yeah.
And suddenly it hit me what a spoiled brat I was. For me, I'm in a world-renowned rock band, touting because I have to play a song. And I guess I hadn't yet understood or internalized what gratitude is and means. Mm-hmm. And I, come to slowly realize that there is tens of thousands of guitar players, a lot better than me, that would give anything to switch positions with me and would play that song with a big smile forever.
It's so true.
And I just thought, Rich, you need to change your attitude. Just start to play it better.
So it's a shift in mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Concentrate more on the sound of it. Don't just go through the motions, but play it crisper, add more finesse to it. And once I started doing that, I started enjoying it. And now I catch myself at any point in time, if I'm a little, I don't want to play this tonight, I have an automatic reminder, be grateful.
I love that.
I get to do this.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You were reading my mind. That's such a shift with what so many of us do, but especially in your field. I don't have to do this. I get to do this. And I think if you think about things that way, it really can make all the difference. But
in anything.
Yeah, absolutely. I would imagine though on this tour, Richard, a lot of people we're going to hear a lot of the classics, right? Give me a summary of what fans can expect to hear in regards to the tour and the songs that you guys will be playing up on stage.
Well, this is to back the celebration and the album, Another Fork in the Road, 50 Years of Kansas. And so we're going to represent that. We're going to be playing songs there's a few songs we haven't played in like 45 years.
Yeah.
That we'll be playing, that it's very exciting. People ask, what's your favorite song? Well, that's different depending on how far we're in the tour, a new album, etc. The songs change. And right now, my favorite is a couple of the oldies that we haven't played in forever.
Yeah.
Because they have a new life again.
Well, that's just it.
It's so much fun.
It's so much fun. And speaking of new life, I mean, your songs have experienced over the years sort of a re-emergence. I mean, you have movies, TV shows, you've got Old School, which I remember, Pitch Perfect, Happy Gilmore, and more. That's got to be cool, right? Seeing these more mainstream movies, and I'm like, okay, that's my song.
It's just we've become part of American culture.
Yeah.
I think by far the biggest thing that happened to us was when Wayward Son became the unofficial official theme song of Supernatural. And now it's in syndication all over the entire world. That has brought millions of people into the awareness of who we are. And discovering us, they start to dig deeper into our catalog and listen.
Absolutely.
The age group of our fan base is so much younger now.
I know. It's so cool. It's like what was old is new again, which is exciting.
And I can remember about 12 years ago playing in Wisconsin, and all these kids are in the front. And afterwards, we just said, why are you all here? It was a vacation resort area.
Okay.
And why are you guys here? And I said, Supernatural. I said, do you guys know what that is? And we found out. Then we got to know the guys in Supernatural. We did Comic-Con with them. Again, so grateful for that moment to happen. Mm-hmm. And so two of the nicest, most grounded guys you'd ever want to meet are the two guys in Supernatural that have moved on to other things. And we actually did another cameo in the show Walker. The songs have opened up doors for us. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's amazing to me that you are able to continue and flourish as you are and bring in a whole new set of fans. I feel like it's that rocker within you through and through, that you never do lose your appetite for what you're doing. I want to leave you with one last question. How do you want fans, both old and new, to remember, or what do you want them to know about Kansas and the music as we go forward?
Well, first of all, Kansas is a band. That was our motto when we first started. People have come and gone. People have passed away.
Yeah.
People have come back and then left again. But we've always been a band. We always took a band approach to things. We rule by committee. Since the music is a bit timeless, it has enabled our career to be timeless. This is all I know. I worked in a liquor store briefly when I was in college. And other than that, I've been in a band. And most of the time it's been with Phil Ehart. I think the 40th anniversary, we did a fan appreciation concert in Pittsburgh, and it seems like yesterday. And suddenly it's 50 years. So we started the tour, in the same building at the Benedum Theater with promoter Rich Engler there, because he was a guy that believed in us when we were an opening act. Mm-hmm. This last 10 years have gone so quickly.
I bet.
Phil and I do not look, well, you want to do this another year? You want to keep, that's not even a question. It's not like, well, let's start wrapping this up. This is the greatest job in the world. I get to do what I've always wanted to do, what I was born to do my whole life, and I still get to do it. Mm-hmm. I retire and do what?
Right.
We do what we call the Kansas mode, where usually I'll leave on a Thursday afternoon or evening, I wind up in, let's say, Kansas City. We play Kansas City the next day on a Friday. Saturday, we'll drive to St. Louis, play the show. I go home Sunday. So I'm home Sunday night through, Then Thursday afternoon, I take off for the airport again. My wife travels with me everywhere.
Oh, that's great.
We have 2 cats, but a pair of fantastic cat sitters. And so,
What more do you need? You got it all covered, right?
yeah, kids are grown. So we get the best of both worlds. We have a fantastic home life. I'm looking out the window here. I live in a private community in North Carolina mountains. I'm just looking out at the beautiful scenery, watching animals run by. Mm-hmm. And then I get to go out with all my friends and play music for the weekend.
Yeah.
You never get burned out on that. We get the best of both worlds. We do it all year round. And so it keeps it fresh, keeps everybody healthy, and you always have something to look forward to.
Exactly right.
I mean, as soon as we hang up, I'll go back to practicing. I'm getting ready for this weekend's show. And so every morning we all get up, we all run through the show and maybe repeat, after dinner. So there's a constant purpose.
Oh, I love that.
Why would I not do, if I stopped that, I had no reason to, I'm not going to practice all these songs anymore. I'll still have a guitar and all these.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with them? And so it would just be sad.
Well, we're not going to let you do that. We don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
No.
I'll do this until I can't.
Absolutely. A constant purpose.
Yeah. Everybody needs something to do. Yeah. I've been fortunate that what I do was never a job. It was a love for just, it was never to be famous, to be rich, to be world renowned. It was to make music with my friends.
Yeah.
And I've just been blessed to do that.
Well, you certainly have, and I feel blessed to be able to sit here and talk to you about it. You have inspired people of all generations, and we appreciate that you continue to do what you do and get out there and play for all of us. It's going to be an amazing tour, I'm sure, and we wish you nothing but the best.
Well, thank you. It's people always talk about, your dedication, all that. It's not dedication when you can't wait to do it. Dedication is something that is a struggle.
Yeah.
That
like a
I'm
chore.
Give up all this to do that. My bag is packed. I'm ready to go. This is not dedication. This is the pursuit of happiness.
What a beautiful thing in life, right? To be able to do what you're doing. That's a wonderful moment. Richard, I don't want to keep you any longer, but thank you so much for talking to us. This has sincerely been such a treat, and we cannot wait to look for you out on the road.
I look forward to it. Indy, really love playing Indy. I got some friends there that I can't wait to see. I hope your dad's there.
Yes, I'll tell my dad. I'm like, you need to get a front row seat.
Love to say hi.
That sounds wonderful. Well, thank you again. And we just, again, wish you nothing but the best. And we look forward to what's to come.
All right. Thank you.
Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Lifestyle Live Podcast. Thank you for listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And connect for even more on Facebook and at lifestylelive.tv.
Faces you know and a team you can trust. Stories that form your heart.